So I literally walk outside, and then you have the Zhuhai Port Plaza, which is a giant underground mall. But I'll take you straight to the port. This indoor mall is huge and impossible to navigate. You never know where you are. It's really incredible. And then you come into this very large plaza in the center of the mall. We've got a food court, every kind of food you can think of. And then just head up these escalators to the port entry. So in between the Chinese immigration and the Macau immigration, you walk through this plaza with all the duty-free and then currency exchange. Pro tip, don't do currency exchange. It's really expensive. Just go to an ATM and pull out cash. It's a heck of a lot cheaper. And that's the Macau border there. When you come out of Macau, you have all these buses. And the buses go to the different hotels and casinos throughout the town. Don't take public transportation. Don't take cabs. Take these. These are free. MGM and the Wynn are right next to each other in old Macau, and they're basically smaller versions of the ones in Las Vegas. I've been to the Wynn, it's very nice, but I haven't been inside the MGM yet, so I want to check it out. It's nothing special, it's just casino and mall with stores that I can't afford. But at least I got a free ride down here. But I'm not going to spend any time here. The hotels here on the main island, the old part of town, are small, and the casinos are small. Everything is small in Macau, except on the new part, the Cotai strip. Everything there is big. That's the new Venetian, the Parisian. Even Wynn has a Wynn Palace out there. That's pretty amazing. Behind me is a landmark here. That's the Grand Lisboa. And it's right next to the old Lisboa, which has a very famous and seedy kind of reputation here in Macau. If I go this way, that is the Macau Tower, and that's the home of the world's largest bungee jump. Now, I've done bungee jumping once in my life off the bridge to nowhere in LA. I'll never do it again, especially one that high. Love these old tiled streets. Very beautiful. This is my third or fourth time coming to Macau, and it still trips me out every time I cross the border how everything's in Portuguese and everyone's driving on the other side of the road. It's just a different world. In a lot of ways it's similar to Hong Kong. It's crowded, it's busy, there's Chinese signs everywhere, there's neon signs everywhere, but at the same time it's very different. This is my second time to this square, and the first time I was here it was a holiday and you couldn't see the ground, there were so many people. But if you walk down that alleyway and then turn to the left, you are greeted with the ruins of St. Paul. You gotta walk up the steps to it, and on the way there's all kinds of vendors that are giving you free samples, so you can even get a little snack. I have been down this alley once before. It took me about an hour to navigate the crowds and all the vendors giving stuff out, trying to get to the ruins of St. Paul. It's a little bit nicer today, but it's still pretty crowded. It's a Friday afternoon, so the weekend is here. There's an amazing abundance of different smells, from the egg tarts to the pork sandwiches. Oh, it smells so good just walking down this road. It is sensory overload. Snacks and jewelry and pharmacies and ice cream, and it's delicious. It smells really delicious. And then you turn a corner and you see the ruins. I don't care who you are or where you're from, walking through the gates of the ruins of St. Paul never gets old. It is a bucket list thing for many people. It was for me last year, and being here again is no different. Of course, you have one of the more ancient temples on this side, and on the back side of the ruins, just to the east of the church, is a beautiful park and the old fort that you can go out and get one of the best views in Macau. I love that these cannons are ready to fire on the Grand Lisboa. Just give the order, Cap. You got the ruins, St. Paul right there. And on the other side of the trees is the plaza. Then you have all of old Macau. Of course, on the other side of the bay is mainland China. And then you have downtown Macau. This is looking to the north, and beyond those towers is the Gongbei Port and Zhuhai. That's one of the most densely populated areas on Earth. This is looking west from the top of the fort, and if you can see it, right about there's a little lighthouse. And right next to the lighthouse is one of the oldest churches in Macau. And they say if you want to avoid the crowds and still see some history, you can go see that little chapel up there. One really cool thing is in this little square, it's very international. You got people from all over the world here. I'm hearing all kinds of different languages. Well, I got through immigration in about an hour to get across the border. Again, pretty good. And it's getting late, I'm tired. All that walking around, so I'm gonna call it an early night, and because I gotta get up early in the morning and catch a train back to Shaolan, and back to work, back to reality.